Hey Helldivers, welcome back to the channel. If you're wondering whether the new Urban Legend Warbond is worth your hard-earned credits, you've come to the right place. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about this brand new Warbond, and whether it's something you should pick up or skip. Urban Legends, as the name suggests, is all about gaining an edge in the new city environments that rolled out with the Omens of Tyranny update. The emphasis on melee and close quarter combat readies players with weapons and stratagems like the Flame Sentry and the Directional Shield, while also including a new long-range anti-tank emplacement. The Urban Legend Warbond is very similar to the Chemical Agents Warbond in Helldivers 2, both offering mainly stratagems and secondary weapons. To keep things short, the Urban Legend Warbond doesn't really have anything of high priority that players should sought after, unless you prefer to have more stratagem options on your table. You will get the standard 3 pages of items, which include 3 300s super credits, new armor plus passives, stratagems, cosmetics, etc. So not a large one, but a fairly medium-ish one that shouldn't take you too long to complete. I'll go over the most noticeable items on the bond to try and get. For the armor sets, you will get 2 new armor sets, one being the Street Scouts and the other one being Roadblock armor set. These here are light armor set and one heavy armor set for the pack. These 2 armor sets come with a new armor perk called Siege Ready, which gives primary weapons plus 20% more ammo capacity and a plus 30% faster reload speed. This perk is perfect for players who want an ammo bonus that universally is useful, especially if they are fans of weapons like the Dominator or heavy machine guns or anything that has a very slow reload speed. Personally, I found this passive to be really strong when paired up with machine guns, since they have incredibly low reload speeds and they always leave you defenseless. With this here, your reload speed is almost instant when it's activated, and the extra magazine you get from this allows you to stay more active while out on the front. I think everyone agrees that this armor set alone is a must-have for all players alike, and it only costs you 85 medals in total. The CQC-19 Stun Lance is one of the Helldivers 2 first melee weapons alongside the Stun Baton, which is available on rotation at the Superstore. This is essentially a taser on a very long stick. Every poke with the Stun Lance deals moderate damage while also stunning targets, similar to how the Arc 12 Blitzer works. It does its job really well, but it's more of a fun weapon. It can be used with one hand when holding a shield or objective, and it doesn't take ammo either, so you can use this for however long you want. Just don't expect yourself to be killing everything with it. Comparing this with the Stun Baton, the difference between the two is simple. The Stun Baton hits wider and faster, so you can get multiple hits in as soon as possible. The Stun Lance on the other hand gives you range, which is handy if you need to keep yourself away from melee enemies. It's all down to personal preference on whether you like range or speed with your loadout. And this here costs only 30 medals. Speaking of shields, the Directional Shield backpack gives players a one-way energy shield that's held in one hand. It works much like the Ballistic Shield. You can use your sidearm while holding it, but since it covers a wide area, it can also be used to protect teammates behind it as well, while letting them also shoot back at enemies. A good choice for support-oriented players, but keep in mind that explosions can knock you off your feet and disable it. The Flame Sentry. Yeah, it's a flamethrower turret, and it comes with all the pros and cons that you would expect from one. It's great at holding areas against hordes of enemies, even heavily armoured ones, since fire penetrates heavy armour. But since its range is quite short, it can easily be taken down by rampaging chargers, illuminate harvesters, and literally any automaton with a gun. However, it seems to have infinite ammo, so it could in theory outlast all the other sentries in game. I feel like if you really want to get the best out of this, you want to use this against the bugs, simply because they rely on close range to target players. Chucking one down while enemy reinforcements come would save you and allies by quite a lot because of how fast it can kill things. Now add this to certain defense missions on higher difficulties with our fire-based stratagems, and you'll burn pretty much everything that gets close to you. And this costs 75 medals. The arm resupply pods booster might be what you're looking for if you want an extra bit of firepower. It adds a small liberator turret on top of every resupply pods you can call in during a mission, making them double as a mini sentry. Very useful for holding areas while doing objectives, but do remember they can get destroyed fairly easily within few hits. This costs 55 medals. The anti-tank emplacement. Arguably the best offensive tool in the Urban Legends Warbond. This is an anti-tank cannon turret that can destroy even the heaviest of units with ease. It can kill most heavy units in just 1 to 2 hits, with battery striders taking the most hits to kill out around 4 to 5 to the head. Every emplacement comes loaded with 30 shells, and it cannot be reloaded. Once it's done, it's done. The best thing about this stratagem is that although you have limited rounds, it doesn't take too long for you to corner a new one, so it's definitely worth taking when going on to any bot control planets. In fact, higher difficulty bot planets are a lot more easy to do when you have a full team with this stratagem in dealing with both ground and air units. This here costs a whopping 110 medals, but it's definitely worth it. So out of everything we've covered, in terms of the most important stuff that I've made note of, what is the conclusion for the Warbond, and should you get it? So to cut to the point, I think you should get the Warbond. I believe the Warbond offers quite a bit of items that are game changing for a lot of players who enter higher difficulty and need all sorts of help to survive. The new armor sets are perfect for increasing our firepower through passive means, which in dire situations can be both life or death. While the arm resupply and anti-tank emplacement provide even more heavier firepower in a moment's notice. This pack feels like it's designed for players who maximize all their utilities at once, while relying less on orbital stratagems that you may have. This might sound strange to some, but I've seen quite a few players go into missions with nothing but a weapon stratagem and one of the many turret placements as backups. This feels like it's designed for them, and honestly it's very powerful to bring with your missions where you don't want a very long cooldown dragging you back. You just want to get in, hit hard, fast, and finish the objective and leave. And if this is your playstyle, then this bond is generally for you. But if you prefer more orientated kits with a larger theme to it, then you may want to pass up on this one for now. So there we have it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts on the content shared, then please leave a comment, a like and subscribe for more for future stuff. It was great seeing you again in Helldivers, and I hope to see you again soon.